Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Polkadot OpenDev developer call. It is happening every month. We are assembling the Avengers of Web3, the people that are making sure that Polkadot is progressing, that the protocol is moving along, and that one of the most decentralized and resilient platforms on the planet is just unstoppable in its march towards giving everyone full freedom in taking care of their applications, their asset, and everything. So as every month we're meeting, we're showing off our merch. I have my Kusama cup here. The tea is still like you say brewing. The tea is still brewing, so I have to wait a bit. But we have a Kusama invasion into Polkadot. So there is a new Polkadot website that just launched today, and you're gonna see it on screen. And that is very much cypherpunk themed. All the pink is gone from Polkadot. The logo is a little bit different. We see a serif font, and then there is sections on philosophy, tech, platform. So it's a start into the second age of Polkadot, also on the website. And this will be the place where we see the entry into this new Polkadot portal that is being prepared, and where also a lot of the work from the fellows here has been feeding into, because it will all rely on the hub. It will rely on the people chain. It will rely on proof of personhood. All of those things that we're also discussing here. And so, Basti, what's going on here? Rank 6 in the fellowship. You're always the frontliner in the last few months, leading with the highest rank in the fellowship. Basti, what do you think? What's going on here with the new Polkadot website?
No idea. No, I mean, like it's a new start, as I said, like into a new future. So yeah, more product driven. So like let's build some decentralized products. Yeah. Is that enough for you, or like are you?
I guess. Do you already get like backstage access, and
decentralized
are you already
products?
testing what's going on?
Yeah, I'm testing already some things. I mean, like people already see it on like at Sub-Zero what is being developed. So like there's also some secret access for me. I see it on people, but no. I think it's looking really great, and I'm looking forward to finally build what kind of brought me in here. Like I mean, that was I'm not a product person. That's not the point I want to bring. But I mean, like I'm here to build like decentralized software, and like now for some time we have built all the groundwork, and now it's time to build something on top of that, which actually usable by normal people, and not like freaks on the internet who know how to navigate Polkadot shares or like other freaky wallets out there. So
yeah. And what I also saw is the website is already talking about half-second blocks or transactions. So
it's already in the future, you know.
Yeah, the website is already living in the future where you just last month pushed the PR, right?
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's get into it, Basti. What happened in the last month for you?
I finally have like opened all the pull requests for the what you would call it, like the Basti blocks, so or 500 millisecond blocks. I mean, like we already kind of had that with like elastic scaling, but like as I think now I've already said multiple times, like it wastes a lot of resources, and like that's where the Basti blocks will come in, and so like pull requests are open. I'm like I didn't yet torture people to review it, but I already pinged people multiple times, but I will need to start forcing them to review it. But yeah, it's like already audit is also on its way. I had some 2 or 3 comments so far, but it seems so far it's looking good. So yeah, I hope that, I mean, like now with like Christmas and everything coming up, I don't think that I can merge everything like this year, because like it's not enough time. But otherwise beginning of next year.
Very good. So Basti, what's up next for you after having finished Basti blocks?
That's a little bit up in the air yet. I don't like there are like multiple things. Like either I may go into the to what I've done before, or like once already, and port like parachains to Gem, or maybe I have like some smaller intermezzo. I don't know yet with like some more product related things. Like that I'm porting a bit product, but like stuff that we need to have like as a ground layer or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not yet. It's a little bit on like we finding out what is important and like where should I put my time. So, yeah.
Would you say are the product people within Parity, are they already approaching you with, I don't know, like, would you see they're already coming with change requests or ideas or questions or like, do you see an effect taking on from the product people now having to work with the platform and the protocol more intensely?
Yeah, like we all like. I mean, there's a lot of things changed in Parity. So like, there's more like really more product focused work on the things, and like people already brought up a lot of things on like what needs to be improved. Like one of the major things, like in general, like a blockchain or decentralized is like a proper storage solution. Like there is something that will come up, and people probably already heard of like this bulletin chain before, which is like it's a kind of solution for now, but not like a really future proven thing. And yeah, but I mean, like it's there are a lot of interesting discussions because like people are not used to how can I build like a decentralized application. People are not it's also like the industry like kind of fooled people into like the wrong thinking. Like always when you say like it's a decentralized application, people think, hey, that means it runs completely on like one of these blockchains. No, that's not the point, because like blockchains are expensive. So like putting your stuff like through global consensus is like it's never a good idea. So I still want to write like one kind of list or whatever, do's and don'ts or something like that. And like first point should be like never go through a global consensus if you not really need it. Sorry, I need to one. It's my son is having problems with his mother, I assume. So sorry. But okay, yeah, you should have put stuff through global consensus. Like, I mean, like all the point of decentralizers are like also peer-to-peer connection, having stuff directly talking to each other, like all these other things, and like I mean, for things like when you want to send money around or whatever, yeah, it makes sense that you go like through the global consensus. But if you just want to, for example, chat with somebody, it's like, yeah, you don't want to send chat messages, yeah, as transaction. It's never going to scale, and I mean, like you're just wasting resources because it will be so fucking expensive to do this.
Yeah. Web3 is not just blockchains; it's also all the other possibilities how we can build resilient applications like peer-to-peer.
Like I think like it's about resilient applications, like being owner of like your own kind of data. So like ensuring like that your data is not leaking, like you have like, yeah, it's like your data, you have access to your data, and not like it's not stored on like Mark Zuckerberg's basement server or whatever, and they have all the access to the data. Which is, I mean, like, which is kind of important. Like, if we see the future right now, like where everything's accelerating, no, like then with AI, also AI having access to all your data, I mean, like it can only get worse. And I think that's the part, like at least for me, what I would like to, maybe try to make better. Otherwise, like, future will look like we're slaves to Facebook and whatever X and some of the other people, and like just serve their needs to have more data.
All right. Thank you for the insight into how this is developing at Parity. Does anyone have a question for Basti? Not today. All right, then thank you, Basti. And we're moving on. Next up is Oliver, rank 3 in the fellowship with a salary of $6,666.
Yeah, hi. Cool.
Hey.
Yeah, so I have two main things working on. One, the recovery backend, so for the social recovery, and one cleanup for asset hub migration, where one account was missed to be like translated. We had some logic that like translates parachain sovereign accounts and accounts that were like derived from that one level. But apparently there were two accounts actually that are like derived twice. So they applied the derivation logic twice. And we didn't initially notice this. We just like got a report. And yeah, I'm working on a fix to include in probably runtime 204 that will then like unlock everything from this old account and move it over to this new account and like kind of make it look the same, like all the same data. Yeah, but I hope that this is like the last one. Like I scanned all other accounts. Like this seems to be the only incident where para sovereign account had like a double derivation. Yes. Otherwise, for the social recovery backend, like there is a merge request open in the SDK 10.482. I can just paste it in here. And yeah, so that's, I talked about it last time, like basically setting your friend groups, family, or whoever to recover your account. And yeah, the palette should be pretty much completed. Like there's still some migration and docs missing, but I will do that after review, first round. Yeah, I deployed it on a like private chain basically, so that Clara, who's building the front end, I mean, she will talk about it later, I guess, can access it, so we can have like a chain to test it out. Yeah, good. Other stuff. I mean, I'm involved in this in the issuance curve. I think the audit there is finished, but I guess Dom will mention it later. So I don't wanna talk more about that. Otherwise, yeah, we discovered one issue for the marketing bounty closing. Like the bounty will close, but the funds from the bounty address will apparently not be sent back to Treasury immediately. So I think that will require some either another referendum or some also fix for 205 or maybe 204. I don't know if we choose to fix it in the runtime. Yeah, that's something to look out for. Otherwise, I mean, I hear that people want to do some release before Christmas still about contracts, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen or if it's a good idea when everyone is out then. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there.
Great, thank you. I see the pull requests are now in the 10,000 area. So PR start with 10,400.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's some description in it about how it's supposed to work. That's mostly for Clara, so you can write the front end, but I guess it's, I mean, if you're really interested, you can read it.
All right. Does anyone have a question for Oliver? Yes.
What is this? Like, can you talk a bit more about this contract release? Like, is it on Polkadot or in West End or?
So from what I've got, it should be actually on Kusama, and like for Polkadot, it's probably gonna be next year, as far as I know. Like we wanted to have some release already like last week, but I don't know why it didn't happen. And now I think it's a bit too short notice to still get it through. But I don't know, there's nobody from the contracts team here to comment on it, so I can't really say more than that. I thought maybe someone else maybe knows more, but yeah, I guess not.
What contract is it? Sorry.
No, he means palette revolve. Like that you have contracts on Asset Hub.
On Asset Hub, like Inc. or is it, yeah, like
palette revolve.
Okay.
Solidity,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So that's still being planned. I mean, same as like with elastic scaling.
All right. Good. I see no more questions for Oliver. Good. Thank you, Oliver.
Can I
Clara.
ask one? Sorry, it's kind of unrelated, but after the asset up migration, I'm on the Telegram chat Polkadot community, and in the main chat, there's instructions how to migrate your dot. And there's a link to an app, migrate-polkadotapp.pro. How does that work? Do users, do they need to do something? Because, I don't know. So, do you know something? Because you're laughing.
No, it sounds like a good opportunity to steal people's money. I don't know. That sounds
But
like
I don't know.
Yeah,
It looks like
pretty
an
much.
official chat. I don't know. But so it's not. Users don't have to do anything, right?
No,
That
so end
sounds-
users don't have to do stuff. I guess sounds more like a scam, but maybe you can
Can you
send me
send the
the link, then I can
I'm
maybe
gonna
delete it or
send
whatever.
a link and a screenshot, and there's
Maybe it has to do with
And-
the staking migration, because there was a user action necessary when the staking pellets were upgraded. But yeah,
maybe.
Polkadot.pro is not an
And the
official.
link-
Don't-
the
don't-
link
don't
is
send
there.
the link here. Don't send it here. Yeah.
But there's a lot of people on the group. It's almost 28,000 people on the group. So I was wondering.
So
What's
you're
going on?
referring to
Which group is it?
the Telegram
Telegram.
general?
And it says Polkadot community, and there's a bunch of channels on it. And I thought it was legit because
Yeah.
Mm.
yeah. So I don't know. But
Okay.
okay, so you don't know anything about that. Users don't have to do anything.
They don't need to do anything.
Mm.
Everything was moved. And maybe you check your account again.
My account is fine, but I was just wondering when I saw this because it was at odds with what I know about the migration, but it looks very official.
All right. Yeah. Clara, maybe you want to send me like a screenshot, because I would also love to look into it. All right. Okay. No more questions for Oliver. Then we move on, and next up is Clara. We've ranked 2 in the fellowship and a salary of $1,666.
Cool. So I have been working mostly on Snowbridge V2. The upgrade rev, I think, passed about 2 months ago. And Snowbridge V2 is very exciting because it brings a much lower cost for our users. And I've been integrating it so that our web app uses V2 instead of V1. And I've been doing things like Snowbridge V2 is live for Asset Hub to Ethereum, but for third-party parachains like Hydration to use it, they need certain upgrades, Polkadot SDK upgrades. They need to support XMV5, support certain XCM instructions. So in our TypeScript SDK, I've been adding flags to the registry to on-the-fly check if a parachain supports Snowbridge V2, and if they do, then it uses Snowbridge V2 instead. And what else? And in our app, then I use that flag to then enable Snowbridge V2 for Asset Hub and Ethereum. We're holding off going live with that because I need to. There was a fix that I needed to make on the Polkadot SDK, and that's not on the Polkadot runtime yet. That fix is in unstable 2507. I think Torsten is busy with the upgrade there, so I'm going to piggyback on that ref, which is kind of nice because it's a bit of work to get that in. We'll see if it will still be before the end of this year, probably only early in January. But we're very excited for Snowbridge V2 to be actually used by users. It is live, but our app isn't using it yet. Then I've also been working on a Snowbridge UI refresh, not related to the Polkadot website, but just a few things to make our dApp a little bit nicer. Like there were some clunky bits. If you've used the UI before, you'll see the token drop down is like quite ugly. You can't search. It's not nice and ordered. So I've been working on that. If I'm feeling brave, I might release it this week, if my team is also happy with that. So I'm excited for our users to have a better experience on the dApp. At the same time, we welcome other dApps like Turtle, hydration is integrated into Snowbridge, but of course, some of our users prefer to use our DApp. Then I think about 2 weeks ago was the Ethereum Fusaka hard fork. Thank you so much to the community who voted on the upgrade ref. It executed a day before, which is quite stressful for me, but it executed in time and everything went really well. So we were grateful for that. It looks like Fusaka lowered gas costs considerably, which is also great. For Snowbridge V1, it doesn't immediately affect the price because Snowbridge V1 uses a clunky price model. But for Snowbridge V2, that would mean that transaction fees are really, really low. Like it's so low, I think it compares to multi-sig bridges, which is, I think, is a really good place to be. And while Snowbridge cost is a lot lower now, the latency is still about 30 minutes both ways. So we've been focusing on improving that as well. And with the help of the Web3 Foundation, they've done amazing work to look at a new protocol called Fiat Shamir, which uses BFI, but in a different way so that transactions can confirm in 1 to 2 minutes instead of 30 minutes. So we've implemented that change. It's been audited in the last week. We're doing a bunch of fixes on that, and hopefully we'll release that within the next month or two. And then users would have faster confirmation times from Polkadot to Ethereum. It will be a bit more expensive, but for users transferring half a Bitcoin, which often happens, that transaction fee might make sense. Might be between $5 and $10. It looks like. Then I've also been working on the Polkadot social recovery with Oliver, building a front end to showcase that capability. I need to do the final integration. Oliver's waiting on me to do that. So I'll probably do that within the next day or two. And I should just mention the Fiat Shamir work was done by one of my teammates, not by myself. I don't want to take credit for his work. And other than that, I just want to mention that our team is working on L2 bridging. We've got a good demo on a testnet, and it looks like that will be released in Q1 next year as well. We're using a cross for that, for the double bridging from Ethereum to the L2s, and it seems like it will work well. That's it. Sorry for my voice. I apologize. Next time will be better.
It was interesting because you mentioned the Fusaka upgrade, but on Twitter I see quite a bunch of people like being very happy that fees on Ethereum are low right now. So I'm actually thinking when the Hub hackathon is coming next year, the Polkadot Hub hackathon, that would actually be also an interesting track to do some interesting stuff with Snowbridge.
Definitely. And I think lower gas fees opens up new kinds of use cases because some things are just too expensive to do with the bridge. But if the fees are low enough, then it opens up new things, which makes me excited.
And when do you think the V2 upgrade is landing?
So technically, there's nothing barring it from being live besides this one runtime upgrade. And it is live. There's just a small part of the system that there's a bug in. So Snowbridge V2 has this concept of tipping, where if you submit a transaction, the fee is too low and the relay doesn't want to relay it, you add a tip and then the relay will pick it up and relay it. And there's a bug in the tip system on the one side of the bridge. So that's the only reason why we're not deploying it yet. But technically that's the only thing. Everything else is ready. There's actually I've been doing test transactions back and forth. So technically it's working. It's just I'm waiting for that last bit. Just in case a user submits a transaction, they want to add a tip, then it won't work as it should.
Awesome. All right. Does anyone have a question for Clara? Nope, that's not the case. Yeah, you could see I just got attacked by my Cardano sleeper agent here. All right. Okay, then we're moving on. And next up is Pablo, rank 2 in the fellowship with a salary of $1,600.
All right. It's just a small update from here. Two things I've been working on for the last couple months. I couldn't connect last month because I was coming back from the Sub-Zero and it like filled with the meeting. Uh, I'm I'm almost done with the finishing touches for the upgrade for Palette Treasury to be migrated from using currency to using fungible. This is by far one of the biggest changes and involved changing almost every other palette. So if we had initially we had to do some adapters to connect slashing to treasury because treasury uses currency and the newly migrated palettes used fungible, slightly technical detail, but basically by changing treasury, which was the base of everything, this involves changing all of the other unmigrated palettes. And this will ease up the work a lot. I don't know why I started that in first place. That's good. And the second part of what I've been doing recently was checking out the things to upgrade the runtimes to 2512. Unfortunately, as far as I've seen, there haven't been some published grades for the RC1 or RC2. As far as I know, the only grades that have been released are the ones for Unstable 25/7. So we have to wait a week or two until we can go forward with that upgrade. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sounds good. So it's coming to an end, the project?
It's actually like halfway the project. The first half is migrating every palette from currency to fungible. But now that I'm seeing, it's actually much easier to go a step further and migrating directly to use consideration because there's just one type of consideration which we need in most of the cases, which is whole consideration, which translates directly into holding the deposits using fungible. So that makes it for most of the of the migrations. So that's what I was also figuring out the last couple of months. And that's why I'm going to work in the next iterations of the palette migrations.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, then I'm going to keep my questions for the future because, yeah, it's interesting to follow you along on that journey. Does anyone have a question for Pablo?
Yeah.
Oliver.
Yeah, so for 2512, I asked the release team. I don't think there will be an RC1 release since they're like in holiday now. So I think you will need to use Git dependencies if you want to try to update to 2512 now. I don't know if it introduces other issues or not. Yeah.
Yes, I'm currently using I have a branch and that I'm working locally with a full version of the PSDK, and that's what I'm working with. But I mean, in order to make the release to the PR, yes, I think it would be better if we had the grace release, because one of the critical steps before going forward is letting Cointer upgrade their grades and all that. Yeah, I could push that upgrade finishing this week or starting next week. My times are being a bit slower these days because I'm in the North Pole, basically. But yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. I mean, only if it helps you with Git dependencies, you can try to work in it in advance. But yeah, if it doesn't help you, then don't do it. Yeah.
My cat is crawling behind the screen. This is very dangerous.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Good. Yeah, Pablo, you keep telling me you were on a travel. It seems like you've been sort of helping Santa with the presents because of the cap.
Basically, yeah, I came to Tromsø to see another lights because of the time of the year, and it's been a nice experience so far.
Very cool. Awesome. Okay, thank you, Pablo. And we're moving on. Next up is Dom, rank 1 in the fellowship with a salary of $800.
Hey guys. Yeah, so a couple topics here. Oliver alluded to hard pressure having taken another step, which is that the audits were started and completed. And so that should be finished. I think I'm just rerunning the checks now to make sure everything checks out with having merged in the, just merged from main. And it looks like it's going well. So that should be in soon. And then let's see, the RFC 150 that allows you to both vote and delegate simultaneously. That code is completely done. I believe it was done last call, but no more reviews on that. If anybody wants to take a look at it, I think that's pretty exciting stuff personally. And then thirdly, I had picked up the work that Basti had started on crowdsourcing the decision deposit, which is looking increasingly important because we've now just shifted OpenGov decision deposits to be higher. So it might be helpful to allow a lot of people to contribute. And obviously it's just more democratic. So this is good for OpenGov in general. I finished out the logic for that. And then I actually passed it off to a candidate, a rank 0, who seems excited for the learning opportunity. So I figured, why not? And he's now working on it. So we'll see if he just needs to finish out migrations, benchmarking, and unit testing. And then hopefully that can be in. So yes, that is everything.
Awesome. Thank you, Dom. So when will the issuance go live?
I don't know. I still don't know. And I'm not so much the person to ask on that. My guess would be soon. The code's done. It's been audited. I can't imagine what else would need to be done.
I mean, the issuance will only go down from whatever we said, like March 14 or something.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't really matter when we merge it now. So we try to merge it soon, but yeah, there's no difference in the. I mean, I guess you can say that then we have a cap.
Yeah.
That's probably a psychological difference. Yeah. So I mean, we will try to include it in 204, I guess, or 205 at least. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Oliver and Tom. Does anyone have a question for Tom? I don't see that. All right. Good. Then we move on. And next up is Sid, rank 1 in the fellowship.
Thank you. I tried to reach out to Basti so he can merge his own PR, but he doesn't want to. But that's the biggest thing blocking BLS signatures. If that PR goes in, then we can activate BLS signature on West End. I hope that Basti does it before Christmas, or my Christmas present. Beside that, I worked mainly on improving the BLS library itself. I'm trying to adding some optimization so verification goes faster. So that's quite a bit of technical research behind this thing, and I'm benchmarking and getting different results. So basically preparing the BLS library for audit. So when it's when it's ready, like when we are happy on it on West End and we are ready to audit the Polkadot code, the library is also audited, and then we can handle it or have BLS libraries. Basically that's it. I help some with the yeah, like a bit with the Jam implementation of this rainproof library that was implemented in Python, and testing it and giving benchmark and checking the benchmark. That's basically it's the first time I'm forced to submit retention proof, so I'm trying to learn that and submitted one. So I hope I won't get kicked out in 4 days. Otherwise, yeah, that's how the mock went to the end. Yeah, that's from me.
Awesome. I see a question from Clara.
So, do you think Snowbridge would be able to use this, and would there be a benefit for us to do that? Because we use BLS for the Ethereum signatures, the aggregated Ethereum signature in the Ethereum client. And I remember when we were building Snowbridge 2 years ago, we spoke about host functions and other ways to verify the signatures. I don't know if you remember that. But do you think Snowbridge will benefit from this, or is it not really for this use case?
So there's two school of philosophy in Polkadot about host functions. And I hang out with the first people a lot, and they always scared me from putting a lot of host functions. So I was trying to write the code that does not add host function, minimal number of host functions as possible. That is another thing I did actually last month, which I forgot, not remember. But there's RFC for these host functions. There's RFC and people writing this RFC. I guess best you can have it say here, maybe you can clarify the situation. They added this RFC and they have a lot of host function, including verification as a host function. And I mean, per se, I'm somehow against adding host function for verification of the ECDSA and BLS together. That's a very special case just for now. And it will go away eventually. But for verification of BLS, I'm not personally against it, but that was what everybody was saying. We don't want to add new host function. It will stick forever. But if it helps us convert, so there's the other side that's pushing to adding this host function, and nobody listened to me. I told them like we don't need it, but I see that you need it. So maybe that is a case for adding it. There is this the ARC extensions that adds the curves, but not verification. But then in runtime you can call the curve, which is the pairing from the pairing host function, which makes it cheap anyway. But those are very much more in the future. So maybe it's a decision here. Say, okay, we are going to use BLS, and it helps us to be faster. It's apparently 10 times faster. I don't know. We want it, and then maybe it's the time to comment on that RFC and say, like, say, yeah, shut up, I need that host function, don't interfere. So I guess Basti can say, well, what is his point of view on adding BLS verification specifically or not. But currently the code doesn't use it, sorry. Yeah.
Doesn't use it?
So the current code doesn't, because it runs the verification in runtime as Clara does in their runtime.
Okay.
So it runs that, but it can call into the host function and be faster 10 times.
My friend?
It wasn't my use case.
Is it a guess, or is it like really 10 times faster?
There is a benchmarking on the ARC extension.
Yeah,
shows pairing is 10 times faster in the native. Yeah.
So the plan is that we next year will we will bundle multiple host functions together and other host breaking changes, and then basically backport and get everyone on. So because we need to talk to all the to most of the Persian teams and everybody, so like everybody's prepared before like we enable that stuff on the validators. So that should include the BLS stuff. That should include like some work with the allocators, and like we may hopefully also get like the palette revive, so like a host function for PVM execution directly included, like, and then the other like one runtime upgrade related thingy, and yeah, something else. I think these are all the things that we want to bundle together, because like, yeah, that we only have like this entire overhead of coordinating once, and then like, yeah, that's like the plan.
Yeah, maybe we should get all the interested parties together and make a decision on this, like which one should be there and not. I commented on the PR in parity, like in Polkadot, whatever you call it, the Polkadot SDK. I don't think anybody replied to my PR, but yeah. So there's a case for BLS to have host function at Clarices, but for the ECDSA DLS, really, there's no case because it's temporary for the speed up. And then you know, if I write the ECDSA BLS, I can call the ECDSA host function and the BLS function. There's really no need to having a specific host function for ECDSA BLS. Yeah, but if somebody can arrange that, that would be awesome.
Arrange what?
Like a get together of deciding what should be in and not, because I wrote my ideas and some other people wrote it, but I don't know who's leading that PR.
Which PR are you talking?
There is a PR on Polkadot SDK that are adding all this new host function, and I think it's mentioned.
You mean for Arc or what?
No, for ECDSA BLS, for example. There's like new host function for paired keys of ECDLS, BLS. I think it's mentioned in the RFC that's put here. Somebody says this RFC on Polkadot SDK is for this. So
you mean the stabilized BLS signatures implement host functions? Okay.
Maybe you can look at it and make a final call. So this moves.
I mean, like if you say that we don't need it, then we can. I don't know.
Some of them we don't need, but for example, Clara says she likes to verify on BLS. Maybe that's a good thing. You know, if there is a real use case, then maybe it's good.
I think I'll just have to check what will win with that, because I'm not sure even if it's 10 times faster that it will actually make transactions confirm faster, because the bottleneck is Ethereum consensus not really importing headers into Polkadot. And the other thing is the signature verification is by far the heaviest computation in importing Ethereum headers. So that's what makes the extrinsic expensive. But we don't pay for consensus updates to Polkadot anymore. If it's a valid update, we don't pay extrinsic fees anymore. So maybe the case for it isn't too strong in Snowbridge, but if it was there, then we'd probably switch it in any case. I think if it was better, we'd switch.
I understand. Yeah, maybe we should write all this down and make a decision.
I mean, the decision should mainly be around like if it is faster or not. Like if there's no speed up, then we don't need it or whatever. So like that's
it's like just it's not a bottleneck. There is a speed up, but it's not nothing that we are.
Yeah, I mean it's speed up, but I mean like if the speed up is only, I don't know, 1.5 times faster, I mean that is not really required, but yeah. If it is 10 times, and we need a lot of these signature to check, I mean then it probably makes sense.
Yeah, I mean in the Clara, I don't know how many signatures she has, but we gossip and we check before gossiping. You have only one signature. You see, like
one signature every six and a half minutes.
So that's the thing. Is not about the validators gossip. They verify before gossiping them, which basically 1,000 signature per BFI, you know, per 6 seconds. So I don't think it's critical, but anyways, yeah.
All right. The said when I'm writing protocol, I also write down what you're saying, and this is always the most challenging for me because it's the hardest for me to follow. So recently I've been talking a lot with ChatGPT and asking questions, and ChatGPT is finally the point where it can actually explain what to me what you're talking about, because it sort of is able to do the research now. So this is really nice. And because you mentioned you're writing your retention notice, you can look in the previous protocols also, because that might be a shortcut when you just look for your name and like maybe as a reminder or something. All right. Okay. I see no more questions for Sayed. So then let's move on. Next up is Ludovic, rank 1 in the fellowship with a salary of $800.
Hi, everyone. So on my end, pretty much the same as Pablo. I've been working still on refactoring some palettes to get from the currency trade to the fungible ones. I've got 2 that are mostly done and awaiting PRs. I don't know if I should start harassing people with the reviews right now, or maybe wait for January once everyone is across all the Christmas stuff. But yeah, I'll start working on some other palettes. Yeah, Oliver, I've done so lottery and indices, which are like smaller palettes, so I can like climb up to more stuff. Like the indices one didn't need like a migration file, so it was fine. And the lottery one actually needed a migration file, so I had to do a bunch of like benchmarking shenanigans to get the weights correctly. So I'd still need like a review on this to make sure that everything's fine. And yeah, I'll start working on some other palettes. I don't know if we have like a priority in terms of palettes to get migrated, and if not, I'll just randomly pick. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Great. Very straight. Okay, then I think
Yeah, one comment on this. So yeah, if you pick the easy palettes, then I mean they're easier to write, but I think it can be, depending on how long they are, more difficult to get reviews because they have low priority for people. Like if you pick a palette that has like a lot of usage and is like complicated, then you know you have a better case to get review. I mean, I just checked the lottery, like it's very short, so I can review it, no problem. But just in general, like when you notice that nobody's reviewing it, that it could be that because it's like very unimportant palette.
What is it? Fungible was my question. What was it?
Currency to fungible. Your favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. And the point is like I don't like. There's no one which is not important at all. I mean, like, if not, like ping me and I will go like, because like I mean, like you're saying like an easy pull request. It's like no one is reviewing it because like no one has time. Come on. I mean, find half an hour and then let's do the shit. I mean, like otherwise we never get through the list of like things that need to be done. And I really hate it. Like, yeah, I mean, like all of us has more important things to do always. But I mean, like, yeah, that's I personally don't think that is like that's a lame excuse on why things are not getting reviewed. Yeah, just ping me on the pull request. Me and Oliver will review the lottery stuff, and then like let's go.
Yeah, I'll drop a link on Telegram. Oh, Element.
That way. Oh, that way. And then we, yeah, then because like we finally need at some point move all of this palette, and like I hate it. Like it's not like they're open for 3 years or whatever, and we're not moving ahead. Yeah, for sure, always is something. But the point is like also like if you have, for example, all the things in one migration, for example, it's maybe better for like all of us because like then there's like not this difference between currency and fungibles, which we already seen in like multiple security issues popping up because of like things are being treated differently, and yeah, maybe everything treated in the same way. Yeah, and I mean like a lot of parity people are not going to holiday season, so like it's not perfect time to put on your open source developer or fellowship hat and then like, hey, I'm back again and I can review your stuff. So yeah, sorry for the run, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think as historical context, it was just in the past we put out like a list of all the palettes, and then we had like, I don't know, 10 or 15 of these merge requests at once, and then we kind of like DDoS ourselves. So yeah, if you can do it at a bit slower pace, I think at least I personally would prefer it.
I mean, there are multiple people in the company, Oliver. It's not always all on you and like all on me. So like other people can also like, that's like,
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, the truth is like everything needs to go through this one repo, and then like, I mean, just saying always, I don't know, makes no sense to have it in open source or whatever.
So Basti made an executive decision. Let's just do it.
Basti decision. But yeah.
All right. I see no more discussion points for this. Good. Then thank you, Ludwig. And next up is a new member in the fellowship, Alexandra, rank 1, with a new juicy salary of $800 monthly to retain knowledge about the Polkadot protocol. Welcome, Alexandra.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. So I joined last week, so I haven't had the opportunity to do much work as a member of the fellowship. But as part of Verity, I have been working mostly on testing, and I have some ideas for the coming weeks and months as well. So in particular, there's this RFP that Basti created earlier this year, and I have some ideas that relate to my current work that may help maybe part not cooperating, but yes, I have some plans to work on. So my main focus is Polkadot ecosystem tests, but that ends up having some downstream effect on Polkadot SDK as well. And at the moment, I'm also just to share, but in the next call, I hope to have some more concrete topics of discussion to share here in this one.
Awesome. Thank you, Alexandra. Does anyone have a question for Alexandra already? Not today, but I assume next time. Actually, Tom.
I'd like to hear an introduction, if you got one, or just like a little bit about yourself.
Oh, right. Good point. So I am Alexandre, or Alex. It's easier to say. Alex, and I am currently I am based in Portugal. In fact, I believe I'm likely to be the member that lives closest to the Polkadot Palace. I can almost walk there, so it's quite. As soon as I heard that fact, I knew that I would eventually have to join the fellowship because it's too much of an interesting coincidence not to do. So yes, I am based in Portugal. I work at Verity. I started in September of 2024, and I have been. My first role was in, I'm not sure if I should say this, in Cardano back in 2016. So I was part of the team that created and launched the first version, and I've been in the space more or less ever since. So my areas of interest are testing, in particular system parachains, runtimes, and frame as well.
Nice, thank you.
Very good. All right. Okay, I think we're through everyone. So does anyone want to raise any other points that they missed previously that they want to discuss? I'm not sure. I did not hear anyone talking about Hub today. I guess all of you are not working on Hub. Is this right?
We talked about contracts. We talked about
contract was a hub. Yeah.
Because I had this one question that I saw being discussed because there is a confusion about is our EVM still happening or is it revived? Because some people were mentioning they see more work or pull requests or something happening on the revive front, and so some people are confused if REVM is still happening or if there was a change.
There is a native Solidity backend. I'm not the expert, but I mean it's not Polkadot, not PVM for like Solidity execution. If that is your question, how that actually works internally, magic. But I mean, like I know there's not PVM. Like it.
All right, we'll get an opportunity. So I guess we're closing out the year. We have a comment from Jay.
Yeah, just want to say thank you real quick to everybody who is in the fellowship and all of you who come every month on the Koos here. It's a real honor to have you on the platform, and wishing you all the best next year.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, end of the year.
Yeah.
Everyone have a good season if you're taking holiday breaks. And next month we meet on, let's see, it's the third Tuesday. So next month it will be the 20th January. And then let's see. Maybe it's my last appearance. We will see. Because my contract with the Web3 Foundation is ending, and I mean I love doing this. It's just I have to figure out if I can do it in whatever I'm gonna do in the future. But yeah, it's really lovely having all of you. So have a good season, and we see each other next month. Bye bye.